Have any of you used any type of machine AI to make your job a little easier when you're programming?
Make my camera a little closer.
Or are you thinking about doing it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Lochlorian did.
Okay.
They made a project with machine learning.
Control the AI. There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Locke. That is super cool. That is super, super cool. Do you have anything you can share, or is there an NDA? Is it something we could look at? Because that'd be awesome if we could. If not, I understand. NDAs stop me from doing a lot of things I want to do. True story. But yeah, and that's the thing too, is let's look beyond just, that dialogue. You could technically have dialogue be written by an AI.
Now that would be something.
And then you go in and you start tweaking it so that it's not ridiculous or repetitive.
Yeah, you obviously you're the control, but have the machine write just all those hundreds of NPC dialogue.
Yeah.
Instead of you sitting there programming the dialogue for every single NPC, and then getting tired halfway through and just copy pasting, and so you have a whole bunch of people in different towns saying the same thing.
BG said that he's used Art Breeder for his Book of Shadows characters.
Okay.
And same came out good. Yeah, it's not a perfect thing. It's not a perfect. I'm gonna put Teal's picture back up. It's freaking adorable.
It's not perfect, but it gets the job done.
And that is accurate as to how she looked during our anniversary with art anime stylized.
Right. And see, here's another thing is you can take that, use it as concept, as your alpha concept, and give it to an artist and say, based on this, let's do this and this and this and this. I mean, it's a base to use to help the artist visualize what you want.
BG, is that something that I can share with the stream? Because if so, I'll go ahead and share it. And then Burke says, not really for game dev, but my graduate thesis had an AI predictor of video traffic. There you go.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Okay, that's cool. You see, this is that there's uses for this outside of game development.
Yes, totally.
But we should start in the next couple of years start seeing a lot more of this used in game development, at least in some of the I don't say bigger studios, but medium-sized studios.
Yes. And BG, I'm not seeing anything in Discord. I apologize. All I have is my call with Teal that is bringing up her avatar. So, did you DM it to me? Perhaps. We'll look into that.
Okay, and Locke can post a video.
Cool,
of the environment training in PCs.
Yeah, let's do that. Or if you have a YouTube link, we can show that as well.
Oh yeah, either one, that'd be great.
And yeah, Burke, we have this would right here. Let's say I wanted to do Teal the game. This would make the artist's job.
Absolutely, it makes the artist has a better idea of what it is you're looking for.
All right, let's take a look at BG's. Okay, it's under artwork. Got it. Give me a second there, Haas. Okay, let me see. Watch me look off camera here. Let's see what we got. Artwork. Oh yeah. Go ahead and...
Yes, go ahead and bring that over.
Yeah, I'll save the images and then display them.
Okay.
Give me a second, guys.
Those are some good images.
I think Locke mentioned that he's a data scientist. What did Locke say earlier?
Yes, Locke is a data scientist by trade.
Awesome. Okay, there's Josie. And then let's save the next one.
Burke, you're not wrong. After a while, I just end up using stealth just to get more enemy kills. All yes, right. No witnesses.
Okay, so let's take a look at these two. This is by BG for his game, Book of Shadows. So this is Josie. That came out good.
That came out really well.
That came out good.
Yeah.
I like that. And here's the other one, which is Liana. That one definitely came out really good. The mouth on the first one was a little, but this one's good. This one's really good. So Burke,
I can't tell that it's a machine.
Yeah, I can't. Like I said, the mouth is maybe a little bit. But how did you do this? What did you use to create? Were these the RPG Maker face set? I'm curious to know how that came out. And then Locke, go ahead and for your video, either post it to me privately or put it on someplace where I can easily access it on the Studio Blue Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is good. I mean, yeah, now I think that, like BG said, not all of them came out great. And that's fine. Because it's not perfect yet.
Not yet, no.
This is good.
But these are very good.
That is very good.
And this is the kind of thing that you can do, again, as a solo developer or part of a small team.
Yeah.
To knock out tasks like this, so you can get on to the meat and potatoes of your game. Exactly. Which is your story and your mechanics.
All right, so there is Leandra. I love her eyes. That is fantastic. And then this one's good too. Like I said, you can tell the mouth is a little weird on here, but the overall look is good, and you can kind of tell the forlornness of the character.
Very, very well done, I think.
And he used Josie as a base.
Okay.
There you go. Well, let's go back to Teal.
Hey, Wolfie, welcome to the stream.
Hey, Wolfie, it's good to see you. Good. Now that Wolfie's here, I actually was having a conversation with Wolfie earlier today. And I brought up the whole idea of, actually, he brought this up without me prompting. It's really cool. So Wolfie came up with an idea of a game where the game looks at your Steam library and reads the kind of games that you have. So it reads that you have like, 65% horror, 25% JRPG, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then the game generates a game similar to what you like to play. So kind of like
way.
Instead of a recommendation,
wow,
the game actually creates the game. Now, I was thinking, how would this happen? How would you go about doing this? And I think, obviously not an AI programmer I am, but the way I would do it is I would have a bunch of pre-created assets, a bunch of pre-created potential scenarios, maps that could be made procedurally, etc. Roguelike. And then have whatever it reads off of your library, it pulls from those different pieces and creates an experience. So if you have a lot of story-rich stuff, it brings up a massive story. It starts really pushing the story mechanics of whatever experience it puts together, whatever the UX is. If it's you like a lot of atmosphere, and, atmospheric horror, it brings a lot of that. That would explode any machine just from the mechanic.
Well, it could. I don't know. It depends on how much data you're feeding into it. Right.
The game itself would already have all of its assets.
Yeah.
You're not creating assets on the fly. It already has assets. But it reads your library and tries to tailor-make a game based on what it is you like to play. And while I don't know if at this time in our technological history, we could have a game that does all of that, we could at least do it as a proof of concept to, see how well it would take a library, read the type of games, and create a new experience.
That'd be a really good experiment to implement.
Yeah.
How would it work? Ooh, that's a good idea.
This is
somebody should do that.
This is something I would really like to see that.
Yeah.
It scans your game. It uses assets that are already in itself. And then it only uses the assets that are relevant to what it reads you like to play.
I want to see what it comes up with. Yeah.
Oh, massive amount of work in order to feed. The AI would have to be fed like all the hungry hippos.
Right.
But it would be pretty cool. Now, here's another Psycho Mantis the game. I like that idea. But let's take it a step that's a little more workable. All right. Let's say you have a JRPG, and you create a JRPG, and the JRPG starts off with a questionnaire to the player. What type of JRPGs do you like? Do you like a very story-rich JRPG? Do you like one that's very political? Do you like one that deals with war? Those kind of things. And the AI, pulls from a massive library of potential stories, potential type of characters. Do you like a game that has romances? No romances? Do you like a game that focuses on party building? That kind of thing. And from the questionnaire, the AI pulls from just a massive database and creates a very unique experience just to that player based off of their questionnaire.
Yeah.
That'd probably be a little easier.
And KV, you're right. Yeah. Just, it may not be possible now.
Right.
But I think it's going to be very possible in the future. People are working on that right now.
Yeah. So if you ever have a game that makes games, then we have seen it here.
Oh, yeah.
Sent the vids to you in DM Discord. Give me a second.
Yeah, let's pull that up. I want to see those. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Lock. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and save these real quick.
Okay.
This is going to just stay right here.
Yeah,
on the Komodo Game Jam. There you go. All right, here we go. Game Maker Forum, episode 1.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look.
Let's take a look at these.
Let me go ahead and save the other 2, if I may, Lock. And then I'll go ahead and stop the music and play them. And we shall see what we shall see. Oh, that's a different thing.
Okay.
He gave me a graph. We'll look at the graph later. All right, here we go. Stop the music. Pause the music. All right, Locke. To make sure that I understand what it is that we're looking at, this is based off of his AI. So, Locke, if you want to give another explanation to chat as to what exactly we're seeing, that would be fantastic. Okay, let me go ahead and show the first one. Probably have to move the player over here.
Yeah, and then we'll circle back around again after watching Locke's videos.
Yeah. So this is Locke's first video.
To the game learning.
Okay. So it's pulling information. All right. Okay. And here's the second one. Give me a second. Yeah, I definitely see some pathfinding working on.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does and doesn't work. I see.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like what happens is it's going through different possible scenarios and pulling the pieces that will actually work. You know, follow under a set of parameters.
Yes.
Or result in success or failure. I'm gonna obviously ask Locke to give a little more explanation there. All right, let's see what we got here. It trains NPC to take care of needs in any game scene. Cool. That's very cool. So was it the things that were green were the things that were working out, while the things that were red did not pass whatever test you were going for? Because
that's what it seemed like. To me.
Let's see. So Wolfie says, so like Steele was saying, it would take the types of games that you have and compile a game from that. Say you primarily play horror and some comedy, the game would essentially build your game combining the 2 elements, 90% horror, 10% comedy. Yeah.
That's exactly what where this could be going. And I think that's neat.
Yeah, I do. I think it's very cool. We're going to get ready to move on to the next topic, but I do want to say that this has been a very good conversation. I'm going to go ahead and hide the window for now, and we're going to kind of finish things up a bit. So
okay. I want to do spotlight KV's comment.
Sorry.
An intermediate generation might be procedurally generated game, wherein you can generate games of a single genre. And I would love to see that, because there are times where I want to play a certain type of game, but I've played it in my own library. I can't find what I'm looking for in the stores out there, right? And I would love to have some kind of procedurally generated game where I could play that puzzle game that I love so much. The mystery hidden object puzzle game.
Those things you love.
Yes. And it would be a unique experience for me. Custom tailored for me.
Now, as we said, the technology is not where Wolfie's idea, which is a good idea. We're not there yet.
But we can be.
And we can use that core concept right now. We could right now create a AI that would look at a person's Steam library, and I mean, we already have it recommend games. That's what the discovery queue does. That's what exactly Steam does. It looks at all the games you own and starts recommending other games. So why not take it a step further and have, the program actually start put things together? Okay, so the green was reward, red was penalty, Iterations for the greatest reward. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, Locke.
Thanks so much, Locke.
And thank you for sharing your artwork there, BG. So yeah, there's a ton, plethora.
A plethora.
There's a plethora of ways this can go, and yeah, NBC learns not to hit the. Cool. I'm just getting the screen ready for our next topic, guys. Feel free to continue discussing while I get ready. It's gonna take me a few minutes. Not fast.
Well, it's as Locke is saying, it's all about you train the machine first. You train it, and then let it go.
Yeah, let it do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let it do its thing. I really do want to see more people. I really do want to see more AI being used effectively. We've done entire creator classrooms and podcasts about artificial intelligence inside of a game.
Right.
But artificial intelligence outside of a game is not something that's talked about much. Anyway, it's going to take me a minute or two because there's a bunch of things I got to bring up.
Instead of it being a novelty like it is now, I'd like to see it just become part of the tool set. That's where I'd like to see it go. It's part of your toolkit.
Yeah.
So, anywho.
Yeah, no, this is good stuff. And you guys have been very good in presenting both sides of the point. You know, not everyone is going to be 100% supportive of this. You're going to be very skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
I understand Burke's skepticism. I really do. I am not a big fan of saying that AI is going to fix everything. Someone I used to work for thought that machine learning could fix all the problems in the world. And
right.
I find that to be total BS. But that doesn't mean that it can't give you a good starting point. AI bug testing. There we go, Moogle.
Yeah, yes.
Well, we've talked about that. That is another one too. AI can bug test. So you could have your debugger, at least on the surface level, be an AI. Then it comes back with a bug report, and then you hand it to a person.
Yes.
To do something like Halo testing or a deeper dive.
It'll actually cut down on the error rate.
Yeah.
Of your testers.
100%.
You'll find more bugs.
Or you could have the AI do the Halo testing.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting, where you feed the AI all of the errors that you fixed in this particular map. And then the AI looks around it for, doing the Halo testing for anything else that what could have gone wrong from you fixing the bugs.
Right.
Did fixing bug A and bug B create bug C? So I love that. It would even have toggles to disable or enable. Well, of course. Wolfie,
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Wolfie, it's a good idea. I think when the technology is ready, you will have AI games making games, which is very meta.
It's moving. It's
very
moving
meta.
forward. It's moving. Yeah.